Hey all, this is 012 Boku, and I'm coming at you with the review of, or not the review, but the recap of, I know this isn't it, but I don't have it with me, and I didn't want to go through the entirety of my shelf to try to find it right now, but I figured I would get the complete series to basically show it. But the Cosby Show, Season 1, and I'll probably use this for Season 2, and I have 3 and 4 as a 2-pack over there, starting it out. And I figured what it would tell you about Season 1 as a quick recap is it starts out as a show, and even in the very first episode where they were doing the pilot, which seemed to be all received, I just saw really quickly on Internet Movie Database, it got a 8.1 and was a top rated episode for its time when it began in 1984. The first season's run was from 84 to 85. So from 84 to the year of my older brother's birth, and it began as, a great show, and the pilot was a good episode. It was basically about showing how Heathcliff Huxtable deals with the family, how he's I forget what they call people who deliver babies, what the name of it is, but he's a doctor who delivers babies. And, he's working at the hospital, does a lot of that stuff with his family, tries to take care of his family. And in the pilot, you see where the house is a little different, muted colors, where they seem to come from a decent amount of good money. Both Heathcliff and Claire Huxtable work hard. And you have Cliff and Claire, or Heathcliff and Claire, because his whole name is Heathcliff, but they do call him Cliff throughout the show. But Heathcliff and Claire work very hard jobs. Like I said, he's a doctor who delivers babies. She's a lawyer. They have, the pilot, they only have 4 children, which later become 5, with Sandra, which is played by Sabrina LaBeouf, who is a regular guest character in the first season before becoming a full-on main character later on in the show. And the show is everything you want from family values, drama. There's ridiculous things, from a eulogy for a goldfish, from Heathcliff training for a race at an actual racetrack, which was some good scenes. There were, good moments at the time. The styles of the 80s are on full display in the first season. Some great, great moments between the family. I could give you more on it, but basically it's about family values, setting up the family, Denise being in high school, everyone getting, their structure together, knowing what's going on. One of the top-rated episodes of the first season, which I think got an 8.4, 8.5, was the shirt where Denise tries to make Theo a shirt that ends up all mismatched and bizarre. And, it really is funny, that episode, because Denise feels bad and she tries hard, but she's not so good at putting things together, and she's always made weird things. And there's other things like how Heathcliff struggles to build things and doesn't know things, or buys a lot of technological stuff and can't figure it out. Rudy is very young in this one. I think she was 4 or 5 years old when she started, so very young, a baby, but she's very into what she does. I don't think it was, I think it was maybe that was season 2, but there's one where they do a dance thing for the birthday thing for Heathcliff's parents, where they do like a Ray Charles song. She actually does the baby part of it, like over dramatic, right? Or like that, baby, and like I said, but I don't know if that's season 2 or 1, I forget. But overall, just a very good show and very enjoyable. And season 1 gives you a lot of great laughs, and it really is a underrated season, because the other seasons were good, but like 2 and 3 were enjoyable, and there was good stuff, and there will be good things in 3. I'll definitely try to mention it in the recap. But again, there's just great stuff that they take on within it, and it's just enjoyable to see. And it's just really good. Like I said, not too much. I mean, like I said, this is why I want to do episode by episode stuff. I can't remember everything off the top of my head. And the one that sticks out to me right now is the pilot episode where the house is different and things are different in the structure, and they really didn't know how the house to be. And then you get to the second episode, and their house is like a little bit more ritzier, like, you know, they're a bit more upper scale in New York, and, you know, they're just dealing with life in New York and things and their neighbors and stuff like that. And the party episode where Rudy has a sleepover, that's where we see Peter and all our other friends, which her friends turn out to be hoots, and it's really great to see them and what they do, and just a lot of fun. So yeah, I mean, that's my little quick recap. Sorry if I don't know anything too deep and enriching. Like I said, this is why I want to do episode by episode so I can remember more and get more of a breakdown of what goes on. But just again, have you guys seen the first season of The Cosby Show? Just let me know. Let's get the discussion going and tell me what you think of The Cosby Show before I get to the episode by episode lead ups of season 4. So, see you guys then.